Hello, my name is Kat. Welcome to my channel. It's another book haul. Hello, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today's video is my book haul for September and October. We're gonna see some books that I get these couple months. They are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 physicals, one audio. Let me go back a little bit here. So the only audio that I get is the third book in the series for the Dynasty of Evil, and is the series the Dark Bane trilogy. And I ended up getting this one in kind of in a little rush because my brother ended up finishing the other two books and he needed the third one, and he said it's a really good series. I did read the first one. I was already planning to get the second one probably this month. It will be a better month for me to do it. I don't know if I'm gonna get it to the last one. For some reason I always take forever to get done my series. Don't judge me. But anyways, this series is following this dark seed that is discovering the dark side of the force, and we just follow his story. We don't want to get deep in the synopsis of this one because it's the third book in the series and we don't want to spoil ourselves, so we're gonna leave it like that. It's the third book in the trilogy. That was my only audio for these 2 months. Then I have 11 physicals, and if you think about it, it's not that bad during 2 months, like maybe 5 books per month. But if you see how much I read these last 2 months, I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, let's check it out what I actually have in a physical form. The first book that I have here is one of the secret projects from Sanderson. This one is the Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving. I'm not saying it. I don't know if I said it right. So this one, it says a man awakes in a clearing in what appears to be a medieval England, with no memory of who he is, where he came from, or why he's there. Chased by a group from his own time, his sole hope for survival lies in regarding his missing memories, making alliances among the locals, and perhaps even trusting in their superstition votes. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. I was interested to get this one because it's about the wizards, and we were like in October and all the Halloween spirit and everything, so it kind of fit the 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 mood, I guess. I didn't obviously I didn't read it. Maybe I'm saving this one for the next year. I didn't like too much the first book that I read from his secret projects. It's not like I didn't like it. It was okay for me. So I don't have too much hope of this one. I just wanted to try it. It was interesting to read something about wizards and witches and all of that. And it's Sanderson, so it's a very popular author. We're gonna keep trying to see if I actually ended up liking his style. Rapidito. Okay, so the next two books I ended up buying is that one I get it in Barnes and Nobles, and the next two I did get them in Barnes and Noble too. So this one I was listening a lot of great reviews about this one, Emily Wilde, Map of the Fairies, I think it is. I don't know which one is first. So they said it's very like a wintry read because it's set during the winter time. A lot of people really like it, and they have the second book that is Emily Wise. Oh, okay. So this one is the first one, Encyclopedia of Fairies, and this one is the first one, yeah, and this one is the second one, Map of the Other Lands. So this one they said is more set in the winter time. This one I don't know. This one I was looking for it because I'm trying to start reading more like a seasonal reading in general. I think it's very interesting and it's kind of like motivate you a little bit. That's the reason I ended up picking up these ones, and these ones are the special editions for Barnes and Nobles. They match, and we like when books match. and they are actually nice covers. So we're gonna read just the first blurb, like the first one for the first book. We don't need to know too much about the second one. And it says, oh no, I cannot even say that word. Okay, so we're gonna jump. Cambridge professor Emily Wilde is good at many things. She's in the foremost expert of fairies. She's a genius scholar and meticulous researcher who is writing the world's first encyclopedia of fairy lore. But Emily Wilde is not good at people. She could never make a small talk at a party or even get invited to one. And she prefers the company of her books, her dog Shadow, and the fairy folk to other people. Well, it has a dog and his name is Shadow. That's a plus already. I hope I like it. I think I will. I think they are both of them very cozy. Feels like they're gonna be very cozy books. I love the art, like the covers of these two. If hopefully they get their book or something like that, they will do it the same special edition in Barnes and Noble, so I can have a matchy books that we book lovers, most of us, we love it when books match. So the next 5 books I just get a little crazy on my book of the month subscription. I didn't buy it for months. I've been skipping for months, and then I go crazy and I end up buying 5 in once. So the book that I picked, it was for the October, and the book of the witching. This one I did hear some reviews, and a lot of people, not a lot of people, the people do that I hear, well, I can talk. They said it's really good. It's about a witch too, and it says, let's read it a little bit. Clem gets a cold that is very mother's worst nightmare. Her 19 years old daughter, Erin, is unconscious in the hospital after a hiking trip with her friends on the remote Orkney Islands, met a horrified end, leaving her boyfriend dead and her best friend missing. When Erin wakes, she doesn't recognize her mother, and she doesn't answer to her name, but insists she's someone named Nix. I know it's about witches. That's why it says Book of the Witching. And I hear it's good. At least the people who I usually follow and they read it and they like it. So that give me okay, let's get this box this time. And of course I start scrolling on my to be read list that I have from Book of the Man, and I have few books that I wanted to read, and I ended up buying them, 4 of them. Hopefully I don't do that again. The next one is the Rules of Magic of Alice Hoffman. So we have the practical magic, then we have the book that I buy thinking it was the first book or the only book in the whole series, but I find out that it was more of them. Rapito wants to play. And well, anyways, I needed to get the next book in their series. I still don't know which one is first. I think they have kind of like you can read this one like a standalone, but to read this other one you better read this one first. It doesn't matter if you read them in order or in disorder, but if you read like that kind of thing, with how it works, I don't know yet. What it says here: for the Owens family, love is a curse that began in the 1600s when Maria Owens was accused of witchery for loving the wrong man. Hundreds of years later, in New York City, at the cusp of the 60s, when the whole world is about to change, Susan Owens knows that her 3 children are dangerous, 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 unique, difficult Franny with a skin as pale as milk and blonde red hair, shy and beautiful Jet, who can read other people's thoughts, and charismatic Vincent, who began looking for trouble on the day he could walk. We're gonna follow again the Owens family under curse. The next book I get, I do remember I did like the first one that I read from the series. I didn't know they're gonna end up doing like a series of mysteries about this girl that she's running a podcast and she's trying to follow some mysteries, and she ended up going to small towns and follow the story. The first one, it was something about the water, like a girl disappeared, and they're in the ocean and something like that. So now this one I don't remember very well, but I do remember that I did like that one. And now we have Dark Corners is gonna follow the same main character from the first book, and she's going to be involved in another mystery. And this, and I like they match with the other book too. And this one, it says Rachel Crow, the true crime podcaster, star of Megan Golding, acclaimed The Night Swim, that's the book it was, returns to search for a popular influencer who disappeared after visiting a suspected serial killer. Interesting. I did like the first one. I did like the writing. I did like the way that it's presented the mystery. So I'm good with this one. Hopefully, I can catch up on all these books. We'll see. The next one is One Day in December. This one is a Christmas thing. This one came out in December 2018. It was one of the book of the months from 2018. I did see it in my Kindle, like suggestion. I did see it in a lot of places, like a good suggestion for Christmas book, like books set in Christmas and they are cozy and like romance usually is good for Christmas. This one I get the feeling that has that. What is this channel? I forgot the name. I have it in my toe. Oh, I forgot it. Well, those kind of movies that they are like very cozy, has some romance there, and they're very Hallmark channel, Hallmark movies kind of vibe. I think this book is something like that. And I was interested to get some Christmassy books. Do I have the other books with me? No, it's under here. I actually have more than 11 books. Oh my God. Okay, never mind. Let's keep going. So the next one, it says, Lori is pretty sure love is at first sight doesn't exist anywhere outside of the movies. But then, through the mist of a bus window, one snow December day, she sees a man that she knows instantly is the one. Their eyes met, there's a moment of pure magic, and then her bus drive away. You know, those Hallmark movies. I think I'm gonna like it. I was very trying to find some of those kind of books for the Christmas time, put you in the mood, make you happy. They are light, nothing crazy going on, and Rabbit is barking again. So I hope he's done barking. So this one is the book of the month, the first selection of book of the month, and it was 1926, and this one actually became like a modern classic. I think it is. It's not even a modern classic. If you think about it, it's 1926, so it's already a classic book. It's about this woman that goes to live in the middle of nowhere, and she becomes kind of like connected to the ground and everything. So I was already looking some books that we could read for my book club. I ended up checking out this one that I thought it was good for October and November, like September and October. And I actually Jane's Thoughts, if I'm not wrong, the channel, she also mentioned it and she liked it a lot. I like their suggestions. She's really good at giving a recommendation of books. So then I find out that actually Book of the Man has this book like the first option for them. So it's a good thing for them, right? Like they pick a book that ended up becoming a classic and has like a really good reviews. And I wasn't hesitating if I want to get the Book of the Man version or if I want to get it on my regular classic selections, like editions. And you can tell, I ended up getting the Book of the Man version just because I like the cover. I like how it looks like. I think it's the best cover of all the versions that I saw. It's a very small book. And let's just read a little bit too about the paragraph. In April 1926, Book of the Month Club announced the first ever selection for Lolly Willows by a debut author, Sylvia Townsend Hudson Warner. So it was a debut, and they decided to publish this one. The novel tells the story of an unmarried woman who refused to conform to the life that her family and society expect her to live. A bold and bilingual tale about personal freedom, an easy friendship, and a witchcraft. Lolly Willows remains as relevant and entertainment today as it was when original published more than 90 years ago. That's interesting, I think that's very interesting for me. Know about the book itself, just that they decided to publish this one so many years ago when they just start doing this book subscription. They have it a different format. And Rabbit is barking again. Okay, he's gonna bark, I think, many times today because they're doing something outside. Anyways, I was saying, like, I'm very surprised that they decided to publish this when they start doing these boxes. They used to have a different kind of system when they do the picks for the book of the month subscription, like long ago. Uh, and I'm happy like they decided to do this one. They probably put it somewhere there, for the people to see it, and ended up becoming a classic. So I'm happy I get this one, and I'm happy they still publishing in their original version how they used to publish it long ago, like the cover and everything. And even says here like our first choice for our book of the month subscription selection. So that was my book of the month picks. And I was saying I actually have more books, and I kind of didn't see it because it was under my computer. I did pick 3 books on thrift store. I think it is thrift store online or something like that. I don't remember right now the name correctly. And is Dash and Lily's book of theirs. This is a very Christmas story. They have a TV show in Netflix. If you didn't see it, please watch it. It's very nice. Sadly, they didn't continue with the second and the third season. They just ended up doing one of the seasons for the first book. It's really short. It's really nice. It's very like those light stories that make you happy, that make you feel good, and it's following Dash and Lily that they met, not physical, like they ended up communicating to each other by a notebook, and they ask each other some dares to do, and that way they kind of get to know each other. So that's the first book in the series. And I found out that, well, like always, you find out some things that are actually inspired by books, and I didn't know it has a second part. So they do have a second part in the series, and it's another small book. This one is Mine, the Gap, Dash, and Lily. It's gonna be again set in Christmas with this time with Dash and Lily and what's going on with them. They are books set in New York. That's very nice. When I don't know, New York has the thing of Christmas, maybe because of the movies. We think New York is Christmas, Christmas. So it's very like give you that atmosphere of Christmas. And the last one is 12 Days of Dash and Lily. And I think this one is the last one, to be honest. They have another book here. Yeah, they have more books, these 2 authors, because it's a dual author. But this one is the third book in the series for the Dash and Lily story. I'm not sure if this one is the second one and this one is the third one. Somebody commented if you know the right order right now. Yeah, I believe this one is actually the second one and this one is the third book in the series. So I get them in thrift store, thrift.com, thrift something. The 3 books on the series. I'm kind of excited. I think I'm really want to read the second book in the series because I do like the TV show a lot. It's very, like I said, very whimsical, very feel you good, like nice and make you happy a story. So I think I'm gonna read one of these books in December. And finally, I have my books from my book subscriptions. I have one Illumicrate and 2 book of I mean to all craze. I'm not gonna go into much detail on these ones because I did make just an unboxing about them. And one is At the End of the River Stick. This is following this guy that has some kind of course, and he's working for this person that is ferryman that he steals souls or something, and he's working for him. This is a younger version, and it's all great. And I think it was August, and this one is September pick. This one is more like a young adult. This one is Castle of the Curse. This girl has some problems and is sent to live with her aunt that lives in a castle in Spain, I believe so. And just gonna follow her. And then we have Until We Swather. I'm saying it wrong. I'm pretty sure. This one it was the Illumicrate version. This one is this girl that she is has not magic enough, but is too much magic for the human world, and she's trying to find a way uh, to kind of solve her problems. They offer her something, and that will help her to solve those problems. That she has too much magic for the human world and not too much magic for the witchy or magical world. Those are the books that I get this September and October. So I ended up getting 15 books, one audio. All of them, they're like very either Halloween style, like October, November mood, and or Christmassy mood, because I was in that mood even when I was trying to find the books that I wanted to read for these few months. And that's it. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you want to know if I post another video, ring the company thumb. And thank you for watching. Bye.